I'm Ali Graymond, the founder of the Graymond Method. I am one of the original coaches to help people fully recover from OCD, and after years of experience and thousands of clients, my message to you is still the same. You can fully recover from OCD. On this channel, I show you how. But before we start, I just wanted to remind you that I do daily OCD recovery videos, and if you don't want to miss one, hit the subscribe button now. A good indicator to see where you are in your OCD recovery journey is through what I call an OCD stress test. So when real life gets very stressful, the question is, how are you reacting? How are you dealing with your OCD? Because when real life gets stressful, OCD tends to get stronger. And it doesn't need to be negative stress. It just needs to be some sort of a change. Something is going on, or maybe a lot of stuff is going on. During this time, OCD tends to come in stronger. For some people, it's right when the stress is happening, but actually, for most people, it's either right before or right after the stressful situation. OCD tends to come in a lot stronger. And the test is, what is your response? Are you able to deal with real life stress and not react to OCD and not fall into your usual compulsion, rumination, checking, analyzing, Googling, Redditing, confessing behaviors? If you are able to withstand the heat and at the same time not fall into OCD, that shows that you are a lot further in recovery. If you fall down every time life gets stressful, that's okay. It just means that you are in early stages of OCD recovery, and you just have to keep reinforcing those skills of disregarding every day, all day long. Also, on a side note, I wanted to mention that this will not always be the case. If you are worried that, is this going to be the rest of my life? Am I always going to have to deal with stronger OCD every time I'm stressed? No. It is just right now as you are still working in OCD recovery. And when I'm saying this, I'm saying that if you are recovering using the Graymond method, if you're using some other method, such as, I don't know, doing exposure once a day, then I can tell you right now, there's no way you can recover by doing exposures once a day. But if you are using the Graymond method, being in a stressful situation and having OCD come in is a temporary thing as you are reducing your numbers, as you are going down in the behaviors that you are doing. We will get there. Don't get discouraged. Stressful situations do happen. It helps to also prepare yourself that, okay, tomorrow I'm going to have a stressful situation. There's going to be a lot going on. Let's say it's something that's like traveling or something where you can prepare ahead of time. There's going to be a lot going on. I'm going to get OCD thoughts, feelings, emotions, sensations, whatever it is that you get, right? But prepare yourself, because if you're ready for it, and also important way to prepare is to say to yourself, I know it's going to feel very real and very scary. If you are prepared for the level of real and scary that OCD will most likely try to come in as, then you will not fall down. And like I said, using the Graymond method, after a while, as you get to zeros, this will no longer be the case. OCD thoughts will not even enter your mind during a stressful situation. So this is a temporary thing as you are going through recovery. And this is another important thing, is why I say, even when you feel fully recovered, for the first few months, continue to use the app and track. I'm not saying it because I want you to use the app. I'm saying it because you come out of it, feel like, I'm fully better, I'm cured, I feel like $1 million. And then what? Some stress comes in and then you fall down because you are standing on thin ice. You're just literally freshly out of it. And the way people with OCD tend to have their mindset, not everybody, but most of us, is, I always say this phrase, that the second the cast is off the leg, we're like, it's marathon time. This is our tribe. So get to zeros, get to full recovery where you're not doing any OCD behaviors, but then cement the zeros. Just getting to zeros and then dropping everything is not enough. You need to cement the zeros. And then once you're there, and for a few months you've cemented the zeros, then you're secure. And even then, kind of watch it. because it's still very fresh. But the more time goes by, the more months go by, the more secure you become in your recovery. So I hope you find this helpful. Thank you so much for listening. Once again, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you tomorrow.